The opinions expressed in the video you are about to see are solely those of BoatTEST.com and its test captain.
When it's time to move up from your bow rider, you're going to want a cruiser that's going to be easy to handle by yourself, low maintenance, and price effective. Meridian Yachts seems to have come up with a solution to that problem with their 341 Sedan bridge. Today, we're going to take a look at the features. For BoatTEST.com, I'm Captain Steve. Transom storage, deep enough for lines, fenders. You've got freshwater washdown and your shoreside power, which will run out of this hole and through a channel in the deck of the swim platform. That's a really nice feature, so you don't have to worry about tripping over that shore power cord. In the cockpit, transom seat is double wide, storage underneath, raised cushion under the back of your legs. Notice the extended overhead that will give you nearly 5 feet of shade in the cockpit. This will also have an added benefit once we get up into the flybridge. In the cockpit deck is access to the lazarette. Now this is an extension of the engine room, and it'll give you room for your generator, 3 batteries. I've got underwater exhaust, and the back of the running gear. Now let's take a look up in the flybridge at the operational station. Now here's a trademark feature in every Meridian yacht, the seating over on the port side of the flybridge. Not only does this give your guests a very comfortable view outside, but it also gives you another set of eyes looking forward while you're operating. I like how the engine controls have the long sticks so that they fall right at your hands when you're in the standing position. The steering is a little bit on the stiff side, so if you think you're going to be coming into the dock and cranking the wheel from side to side, you're not. But that's not going to be a problem because you've also got the IVC, the Integrated Vessel Control. IVC will give you joystick functionality that works in conjunction with your inboard motors and your bow and stern thrusters. By moving the joystick in any direction or rotating it, you're able to move your boat in any direction that you'd like. Now you also have individual control of your bow and stern thrusters, which I found to be very convenient when docking in the close quarters that we have here. I just set the boat coming back and on its own momentum let it continue while I maneuvered the bow and stern separately. I also used the joystick every now and then just to give it a little more shot, just to keep the momentum going, and it worked out very well. Just behind the helm on the starboard side, cockpit refrigerator freezer. Now the extended overhead that I was talking about in the cockpit, how it manifests itself in the flybridge, this is what I was talking about with this beautiful aft gathering area that keeps everybody in the flybridge a part of the conversation. Now let's take a look at the layout inside. Over to the starboard side is a nice wood cabinet that houses the ship's electrical panel for both 12 volt, 120 volt, stereo, tank controls, and generator controls. Over to the port side is your flat screen TV, entertainment console, and storage underneath. There's a hide-a-bed under the starboard sofa, and under the port, additional storage. Notice this channel right here in the overhead. The cooling vents are right behind, so it allows the entire salon to cool evenly, and that's so much better than having one vent and somebody sitting next to it and freezing while everyone else stays hot. 6 feet 5 inches of headroom in the salon. A hatch in the main salon gives us ample access to the twin 430 horse Merc Cruiser 8.2 engines. As we move forward, we have a wine storage locker, a convenient galley area with 28 inches of space between the cabinets. Let's look at some of the features. To port is a deep basin stainless steel sink with a pull-out faucet head, and notice the stainless steel hose that won't kink. There's ample counter space between the sink and the microwave for preparing meals, making sandwiches. Down below the sink, wastebasket, shelves, storage for a cutting board, and the insert for the sink to add even more counter space. To the starboard side, a 2-burner electric stove. Notice how it's recessed so there's no need for C-rails going around the edges. There's a micro cutoff switch to turn the power off when the lid is in place. I think having this split galley is an excellent use of space. Now let's go below. The forward master stateroom features an island berth, 5 feet wide by 6 feet 4 inches. Headroom in the master stateroom is 6 feet 4 inches. There is access to the head from the private master stateroom as well as from the companionway, giving it double duty as a day head. Behind the mirrored cabinet doors is storage, stainless steel basin sink, commode, and a separate shower stall. As we step out of the head, we'll have access to the private guest stateroom. The aft stateroom is a dual berth configuration that easily converts to a double berth by adding filler cushions. Once you're inside the aft stateroom, there are multiple overhead configurations to be aware of. You start with standing room of 6 feet 4 inches, going down to 4 feet 8 inches to 3 feet 8 inches. That's our look at the features and layout of the 341 Sedan bridge from Meridian Yachts. For BoatTEST.com, I'm Captain Steve. We'll see you on the water.